is Eric Golden, and I'm going to help you start your 84. You may wonder, why am I in an open hotel room with about 35 to 40 chairs completely open with no one sitting in them? Because this is the way you're beginning your Evolve business. You've got a wealth goal of earning $2,500 over the next 84 days in cash and product, and build a residual income of about $1,000 a month, month after month after month, for just 3 months of solid, consistent effort building Evolve. Well, this is the way your group looks. You have no members, you've got no customers. But I'm going to take you through the Getting Started program that you have probably at this moment downloaded. Hopefully you have it in your hands. If not, make sure you go to connect84.com and download the Get Start document. Now with that said, the first thing I'm going to tell you is that $2,500 over the next 84 days may not change your life, but it'll sure change the way you think about building your Evolve business. Knowing that you have $1,000 a month coming in month after month after month probably does change some of the bill structure and some of the ways you live your life. It all starts with you getting involved officially with either a starter kit or a momentum kit. And then over the next month or 4 weeks, getting you the 2K level. And then over the following month, or about 56 days, we want to help you get to the 5K level. And then again, 84 days down the road, 12 weeks down the road, we want to develop an income of $2,500 in your pocket, cash and product, and in addition, $1,000 a month residual. It all starts with 2K. 2K represents 2,000 points of volume that comes from whether it be members that get involved or customers. Now the way you're going to do that is you're going to use our 4-part presentation system. The result of going 2K is $500 in your pocket of cash and product. You'll at that point probably qualify for our 1-2 free program, which means, by the way, that now you don't have to pay for your own personal use products, and you're perfectly in line to get what we call the recharge kit, which is free samples to continue to give out. And so again, the first goal is to hit 2K in the next 1 week to 1 month. 2K represents 2,000 points of business volume. And that comes from, again, accumulating members and customers. And how do you do that? You use, as we're teaching you in this document, the 4-part presentation. By the end of that 28 days, and again, you can do it much quicker if you'd like to, you'll have made about $500 in cash and products, and you'll qualify, by the way, for the 2K kit bonus. And if you've got 3 customers in place, you'll qualify for free product that you can personally use. 2K is a major level. It's the believer's level. It's if you can get to 2K, you can go all the way. Now in the second 28-day period, your goal is to build a group of members and customers that build a volume of approximately $5,000 in volume. At that point, by the way, you'll do that by helping other people do what you did, get to the 2K level, but you'll also then qualify for the 5K kit bonus. You'll have made, by the way, in that second month, probably another $500. So let me give you a visual. You'll fill out the first row or so, maybe not even that much, to get to 2K. You'll fill out maybe the second row in order to get to 5K. And here's where it gets exciting. In that third month, and again, it doesn't have to take you that long, your goal is to get to the 10K level. The 10K level represents 10,000 points in volume, and you do that again by helping other people on your team develop more customers, more members, hit the 2K level and the 5K level. At the end of that 84 days, just picture this, 84 days down the road, you've now developed an income of $2,500 for a 3-month period of work between cash and product. You'll qualify for free products, so you don't have to pay for your own personal use product. And again, you'll qualify for what we call a rank bonus. It's really a great way to start, and the best part about it is that residual income that continues to pay you month after month after month. What other projects have you ever done that pays you month after month after month, months after you actually did the work? So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to get connected. And the way you get connected is you go to our team training site, and that's www.connect84.com. Now that's, again, our team training site. And what you want to do, first of all, is go to the very top of that website, and you're going to register your name and your email so we can stay connected with you. Now, Evolve's going to do that from a corporate standpoint, but we're going to actually do that from a team training standpoint. Second thing you want to do is you want to take out your cell phone, and you want to text to the number 41411. In the body, you want to write Connect 84. And we, again, will send you text messages reminding you of phone calls and new updates of things that our team training is all about. So again, make sure you connect with us on email and without a doubt in your cell phone. Third thing, if you're a web person, go to Facebook, like us on Facebook. That's an awesome thing for you to do. The next thing we want you to do, without a doubt, is get people to watch the same video that we're watching. You can come back and watch this Get Start video anytime you want. It's right at the top of connect84.com. And lastly, you want to make a list of the three team members upline from you who are incentivized to help you build your business. We call them the upline team support. So without a doubt, make sure you write down those names and numbers, and if you don't know who those people would be, ask the person that actually sponsored you into Evolve. The second thing you want to do is you want to build a list. Now, lists are interesting. We know that you have what we call the quick 20. 20 people that will sit down with you just because you ask them to grab a cup of coffee or come over to the house for a few minutes. Again, if they know they're not obligated to get involved in anything, you know that 20 people or so will probably go ahead and meet with you. We'd like them all to be local so you can do a physical presentation and get with them, whether it be in group form or directly one-on-one. Okay? Now, realize this. We know and you know that those people exist, but 20 people is not going to be enough people for you to work the numbers and build your team. So what we truly want you to do is develop a list of 100. How do you do that? Well, some of you can go to your cell phone or your email list and just write that list of 100 people down. But I'm going to recommend that if you have any trouble developing a list of 100, you go to connect84.com, and what I want you to do is to download, right there, you'll see in the Getting Started, a memory jogger. Just download the memory jogger, and at that point, it'll stimulate your mind of the people that you can think. Because we know this, if you have 100 people on a list, you'll have a smooth run at the next 84 days, and filling the room, getting to 10K, putting $2,500 in your pocket, and earning $1,000 a month residual. The third thing we want you to do is to set your start date. You know, it's a business of your own. Now, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. But you've got to begin to put time into this business, even if it's part-time. So what we recommend you do is open your calendar and look through your calendar and pick the times, and hopefully something this week, a couple of time slots this week, but over the next couple of weeks where you can actually work your Evolve business. Now, you could host a group, maybe at your home or at your office or in a small back room of a restaurant, or you can meet one-on-one or two-on-one, just sharing the Evolve opportunity through the 4-part presentation. Okay? It's important that you call your upline support team and you ask, are you available on these specific times? That way, they're always available to actually work with you. The last thing is at that form, if you're looking at the form right there, it says write down your start date. Now, your start date with Evolve is the day you actually buy your starter kit or your momentum kit. But the start date in building your Evolve business is the first day that you actually expose someone to our opportunity with all 4 parts of our presentation, which I'm about to get to. So remember, make sure you write down your start date, and now you're running for 1 week to 1 month to the 2K level, because if you can go 2K, you can go all the way. Now, the 4th step, it's a very important step. It's our 4-part presentation. Now, in most businesses, everybody thinks the presentation is when you sit with somebody and you share the idea. Well, the truth of the matter is we want you to have that prospect in a mindset where they want to look at what you're doing, where they have confidence that what you're doing may be of interest to them, and possibly they're truly interested by knowing little bits and pieces, but the right bits and pieces. So the 4 parts of the presentation are designed to give your prospects a warm, fuzzy feeling of comfort and interest as they meet with you through the actual presentation process. So the first thing I want you to do is focus, how can I get 5 people in front of the presentation over the next week? Make sure you put that in your calendar, okay? When can I put 5 people in? Now, the 4 parts of the presentation are simple. The first one's commercials. The second part of it is actually sampling. Third is you're going to actually show them an opportunity. And 4th, a 3-way call. Let's start with commercials. If all the commercials we have is on a physical website called pickyourformula.com, so www.pickyourformula.com. And what that does is it creates interest in someone that you want to share our opportunity with, whether it be health or wealth, But we want to get them a sample in their hands. And if they watch a commercial and they say, is this coffee any good? Or, hey, how's the shake taste? Or, you know, I've got inflammation. Tell me, how does this limitless thing? All you've got to say is, hey, I'd love to get you some samples, which leads us right to the second part. So remember, the commercials are specifically at pickyourformula.com. Now, the samples, there's an instruction sheet that goes along with them. So when you do hand out samples, whether you do it before or after the commercials, and by the way, there's no official order for the 4 parts of the presentation. I'm taking you through what most people do, but again, there's no official order. So when you hand out samples, also give out an instruction sheet, which is also found on connect84.com underneath the Get Started form. And when you hand them those samples, it's always a great idea if you could actually be there the first time that they try the samples. Because you watching their sample experience does 2 things. Number 1, you ensure that it's made correctly, it's mixed correctly. They get that best first opportunity. But secondly, you can see how it affects them. And again, it's great if you can share samples while you're physically with them. The third part of our presentation process is actually the opportunity. There's a few ways to do that. One is using a 9-minute video on your personal Evolve website. Okay, the Simple Health, Simple Wealth video is at the very top of your personal website. Or you can use the flip chart that comes in your marketing kit. Or your upline can be with you and help do either one of those things. But remember, that's the third part. It's actually the opportunity part of the presentation. The greatest thing you could ever do is have them try samples at the same time that you're doing that presentation if you haven't done it prior. I don't recommend, although it does work, I don't recommend you go through some commercials, you go through the presentation of the opportunity, and then you give them samples and you tell them, go home, we'll touch base in a couple of days. Then, in that case, you normally have to go through the chase program of following up with them, and sometimes they're not the easiest to get a hold of. So again, if you can sample prior to them actually leaving you, it's a great and best fit for building a team. The last part of our 4-part presentation is a 3-way call. Now, you have 3 phone numbers on the sheet you've already written down. So the 3-way call is something where you can actually get someone else to give a testimonial. And of course, those people all have more experience than you probably do. They probably have more success and more knowledge. They can handle questions and answers, and you can sit and listen to all the things that they do and say, so that's the way you can evolve your learning. Okay, that's the way we actually build our business. Now, again, that 3-way calling is very, very important. You can put it at any step, and you can use it multiple times through the 4 parts of the presentation. Now, we have an invite specifically on the form. I'm going to go ahead and read it because there's some things I don't want you to miss. So, you know, as we get older, we use things like this. I got to use them. Let's go with the normal invite. And the normal invite starts with a phone call. Now, if you want to text someone the invite, you can do that. But I'm going to tell you, you'll have a better result by trying to get them on the phone. And even if you're a text person, leaving a message, hey, I'm going to text something to you, blah, 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 blah. It's important that you do that so at least it's not blindly coming to them. When you call them, what I would recommend you say is, hey, Amy, it's Eric. Listen, I have an idea I'd like to run by you. Can we get together tomorrow for lunch or maybe tomorrow evening after work? Now, if Amy says to me, yes or sure, without any conflict, without any questions, then I immediately say, great, I'm going to send you a link. Watch a couple of the commercials, and we'll talk tomorrow at lunch when we meet over at Denny's or wherever we set the time and place. Now, as soon as I hang up the phone, I'm going to text her exactly what it says on the form. Now, remember, it's really important that if you'd like to get the best results, that you use exactly what we're recommending, and you text exactly what it says here, which is check out pickyourformula.com. I want to see which one you like best. I'll see you tomorrow at Denny's around noon. Okay? Now, some of your prospects, as you call them, are going to be busy. Hey, I don't have a minute, call me back, or I'm really busy right now, or I can't meet with you right now. It's okay. Say, you know what? I'll get back to you in a couple of days. But most of the people that are on your list, whether they be that quick 20 or the 100, they're going to have questions. We know it. You know it. So why don't you prepare for it? So the way you do that is when you call them up and you ask them, hey, I'd like to run an idea by you. Can we meet tomorrow for lunch or maybe after work? When they say anything like, what is it? Or can you tell me more? Can you send me something? Or is it one of those things? What we recommend you do is say this. I'll send you a quick video on your phone. It'll take about 2 minutes to look at it. Watch it real quick and call me right back. Don't say, watch it real quick, I'll call you in a few minutes. Say, call me right back. Okay? Now what happens then is then you text them, check out pickyourformula.com. I want to see which one you like best. Call me right back. Now when they call you right back, and by the way, if they don't call you, wait about 5 minutes and call them up and say, the commercials were pretty good, weren't they? Which did you watch? Now don't pause in the middle. Don't say, they were pretty good, and wait, because then you get into discussion. They were pretty good, weren't they? Which did you watch? And no matter what they say, I want to bring some samples of that tomorrow. So is it better to meet in the afternoon or the evening? I want to get your opinion on what I'm doing. That is the invite, and that's what we highly recommend that you go ahead and utilize. Now again, if you want additional scripts, you'll be able to find those in the connect84.com website under Getting Started. There will be additional invitation conversations for you to find it. But see, it's simple health and simple wealth with simple contacting. Okay? So I highly recommend you follow what we've shared with you because the numbers are proven. If you go ahead and put 20 people through our program properly, through all 4 parts of our presentation, commercials, samples, the opportunity portion, and then three-way calling, and don't skip three-way calling. Three-way calling is a huge benefit. Whether you think you have credibility or you don't think you have credibility, hearing someone else's opinion from someone they don't know, believe it or not, has more value than you'd ever consider. Okay? And it's a great way, by the way, to start your business. Why? 20 people through our program will fill this room over a 3-month period. Okay? 20 the first month. Help people 20 the second month. Help people 20 the third month. You'll have filled the room, put $2,500 in your pocket, and built a $1,000 a month residual. Now, the 5th point and last point is to go ahead and mark your calendar. So your calendar is going to defeat the biggest problem you really have. See, most people think the biggest problem I have is I don't know who to talk to. I don't know what to say. The biggest problem you have is you're not used to time managing the Evolve business into your life. It's got to become a priority. So we already said you should try to focus on opening your calendar, pick a couple of times, try to get 5 people in front of it within the first week. But it's important that you tie into what our team is doing for a number of reasons. Education, motivation, recognition. And so the first thing we have is on a weekly basis, we actually have a phone call that occurs every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I guess that's 7 p.m. Mountain and 6 p.m. Pacific. It's the same phone number. It's right there on the form. And we, again, will text you 15 minutes before it if you add your name to the text messaging, as we said in the very first thing that we recommended in Getting Connected. Okay, but it's every Monday night. And then there's the 3 physical events that we want you to write down. So ask your sponsor. If they're not with you right now, call them up and say, what's the next local event? Where can I meet local leaders that are going to show the presentation? It's a great place, by the way, to bring prospects. And they'll give you that information. The second thing is more of a regional event. Depending on where you live, okay? It's where a larger group tends to gather, and you're going to meet with regional leaders, and it's more of a training event. It's more of something where you learn the specifics of how to answer certain situations, how to focus, how to set some proper goals. And because you're getting around people who are making more money in a larger group, your belief goes up. Therefore, your confidence goes up. And the last thing is actually a national event. Now, we run national events quarterly somewhere around the country, so it's a great way to get away. Okay? And you'll be making money from your Evolve business that you'll be reinvesting, because all business people do that. But let's go ahead and make money over the next 84 days so you have plenty of money to reinvest and build a residual, so that's never going to be a problem. Why do you go to those events? It's pretty simple. At the national events, you'll meet the national team leaders of Connect 84. You'll also meet a lot of the executive staff and the people that are developing the Evolve business from the corporate side. But the truth is the reason you go there is there's powerful messages of helping other people evolve. Powerful, powerful messages of hope. This is what we call our Get Start Forum. It's not difficult. It's something that we do with every prospect. as you get someone started, get them to watch this video. Get them to go through each of these 5 things that I covered. And then, once they've done that, make sure that you communicate with them and they're not foggy about anything we just covered. We're truly proud to be in business with each and every one of you, and we want you to use this simple system with simple health and simple wealth to simply make your dreams come true.